go back home to Iran at least once a year. I was there last in late August and early September. My family lives in North Tehran. A lot of people there are middle upper class, very westward looking, the sort of people that Americans would potentially recognize as, quote, like them. In recent years, I have tried to incorporate travel around the country into my trips to Iran. I was able to go on a 2-day tour of Semnan province in August. Because of its location on the southern slopes of the Alborz Mountains, it has a very interestingly diverse geography. You can go from desert to cloud forest to lush green in the space of an hour. We stayed the night in a nomadic resort. We were a group of around 25 people and slept in a large tent of the sort that Iranian nomads used to live in. The land and the facilities belonged to a lovely family. Their 2 daughters took us on a short hike to watch the sun set over the mountains. The next morning, we woke in the dark and went on a drive to watch the sunrise over the cloud forest, one of the most beautiful scenes I have ever seen. We drove back down through the lush plain of Opert, which was the traditional summer pasture of the Sangaseri tribe. Pastures are threatened by climate change, especially due to water scarcity threatening this way of life. One of the things I love about traveling to the provinces is that you see all these people who are trying to preserve their culture and their way of life under very difficult circumstances. The house with the courtyard, the pomegranate tree, and the Iranian-style tea was actually a rug museum. Sangaseris have a distinct style of rug making that involves no dyeing of the wool. Instead, they use all the natural colors of the wool that are different shades of brown, beige, tan, grey, and black. Sangasar itself is an ancient town. Its history goes back to the first millennium BC. Its entire population remained Zoroastrian until the 16th century when they were forcibly converted by the Safavid dynasty. Later in the 19th century, many became Baharis. I also made a trip to the city of Tabriz in East Azerbaijan province. Tabriz was a part of the ancient Silk Road and the capital of multiple dynasties in the 15th and 16th centuries. Its Grand Bazaar is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tabriz is known for its amazing food, wonderful fruits, its very lovely and polite people, and its gorgeous rugs. Unfortunately, Iranian rug making is a dying art. Because rugs are expensive and people just buy machine-made rugs, US sanctions make it difficult to export. When you walk around the old city, you feel that you're stepping into history. You can almost see the caravans of the Silk Road bringing their goods to the Grand Bazaar. While there, we also visited Masjid-e-Kabud, or the Blue Mosque, which is actually a mausoleum complex built for a 15th century king and his consort. It was mostly destroyed in a 19th century earthquake and was reconstructed and restored in the 1940s. The careful reconstruction only used the original tiles and other elements to preserve the historic character, but also because the tile-making skills that existed in the 15th century did not survive into the 20th century. Most of my favorite areas of Tehran are located in the center. Those are some of the oldest neighborhoods, and you don't see a lot of tacky new construction. Those are also some of the areas that have received much of the brunt of the US-Israeli bombings. British and Russian embassies are located in one of those neighborhoods, and they each take up an entire block. Tells you something about who ran the place in the 19th century. Next to the vast complex that is the British Embassy, there is a street named after Bobby Sands, the Irish Republican and member of British Parliament who died on hunger strike in Margaret Thatcher's prison. The name is written in Persian and then transliterated back to English by whoever made the street signs, hence the funny spelling. I think that one of the things that people don't get about the Iranian Revolution of 1979 is that no matter how you feel about it or what you think about the course that it ended up taking, it was a struggle for national liberation at a time that many other national liberation struggles were ongoing or fresh in memory. And for that reason, there's a legacy of internationalism and anti-imperialism, including solidarity with Irish Republicans. It is quite something to be in the US and watch it destroy one's homeland. To see places that you love being turned into piles of rubble. To see people, men, women, and children murdered in Tabriz, Tehran, and elsewhere. To see the poisoning of the environment. To see our national and world heritage sites being damaged and destroyed. A 1400-year-old fortress in Luristan, 16th century mosques with gorgeous tilework in Isfahan, and beautiful Qajar-era palaces in Tehran. These aren't just the legacy of Iranians, they are the legacy of humanity. I have seen some individuals say that mosques and palaces in tiles don't matter, that they can be rebuilt. They cannot. We do not have those skills the artisans had in the 16th, 18th, and 19th centuries. They are lost forever. One of the interesting things for me about being in Tehran is that people are just out and about at all hours of the night. Especially noticeable is that you can go to a playground at 10 p.m. and it might still be full of children. I wonder now about where those children are, if there's still hustle and bustle. Before I went to Iran last August, I was asked to take photos and videos that would, quote, humanize Iranians to Americans. I think you should know that we are human, no matter what we wear and what histories we have. But we do have a very long history, thousands of years in fact, on this land that we named Iran. And we have very diverse cultures, gorgeous and diverse landscapes and architecture, and beautiful people. On one of my last nights in Tehran, we attended a little cafe concert by a group of young Turkmen musicians from Gonbad in Golestan. They had performed earlier that day at a concert hall, and we were lucky to catch them at a semi-private event. Afterwards, we were speaking with friends we met up with about how unique it is and how blessed we are that Iranians come from many different traditions and cultures and speak different languages, and yet we all know that we are Iranian.